Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and I want to bring this topic up because so many people miss the mark. A lot of people are trying to please the narcissist, trying to get validation from a narcissist that will never, ever give them validation. But the reason that they're missing the mark is because of this. People become super, super nice to the narcissist in order to have the narcissist be happy, to please the narcissist, to get that validation. But the nicer that you are to the narcissist, the more that narcissist is going to look at you like a fool, a dope, and that you're weak. This is how narcissists think. They think because you go out of your way for them, or you let things go, you have low boundaries, you think that you're doing them a favor and that they should appreciate that. But narcissists don't appreciate when you go out of your way for them or when you let them speak to you any which way. Instead, they look at you like you're weak. They look at you like you're a fool, that they could talk to you any which way they want. No, you can't talk to somebody any which way you want. That's why when you're dealing with a narcissist, you have two ways of handling it. You either stand up to the narcissist and then don't deal with them, or you don't deal with them at all and you just walk away from them when they completely disrespect you. And that's one thing that you've got to understand when you're dealing with a narcissist. They're all about disrespect. Everything a narcissist does is disrespectful to you. And that's why the narcissist could never, ever love you. Because if a narcissist doesn't respect you, they can never love you. Respect and love go hand in hand. So I want you to think about how the narcissists talk to you. You know, did they talk down to you? Did they talk to you in a condescending tone or condescending way? Did they criticize your judgment? Did they call you crazy? Did they say you're insecure? Did they say you're sensitive? Did they say you're negative? Did they criticize your mental state? Or did they flat out come out and just say you're crazy, you have mental issues, you're bipolar? Well, guess what? That's mad disrespect, okay? That's mad disrespect. And the problem is a lot of people are afraid to speak up because of how the narcissist will get. They're afraid the narcissist could start shouting at them, or they're afraid that the narcissist will go into a silent treatment and completely ice them out, all right? Understand this. No matter what that narcissist does, you have to respect yourself first. Because if you don't respect yourself first, it will eat away at you. It will eat away at your self-esteem and your self-worth. So you cannot let a narcissist be able to talk to you in a condescending, a contempt type of way and talk down to you, all right? Because although you may have the peace you think you're going to have, it's not really peace, because internally, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy with yourself. You're not going to be happy with how you're being treated. So it's all about respect, respecting yourself, and to realize when the narcissist is disrespecting you. I'm going to give you examples of disrespect by the narcissist. They disrespect you by ghosting you. That's mad disrespect. Anybody who ghosts you is somebody that you don't deal with whatsoever, okay? Because if you allow them back into your life, you're disrespecting yourself, because there's no reason why anybody should ghost you. Another sign of mad disrespect by the narcissist is when they exclude you from things, all right? They don't value you enough to include you. What they do, and this is classic covert narcissist, is they isolate you, they dismiss you, they make you an outsider, okay? That is mad disrespect if, for instance, that's your family or if that's your partner. Your partner should include you in things. I'll give you another sign of mad disrespect. The fact that the narcissist is closer with the flying monkeys than they are to their own loving partner. They value the flying monkeys over their own partner. This could be a situation where you married a narcissist and they're closer with their mother or father or their sister or brother or somebody over there, and they confide in them, and yet they tell you nothing, all right? With you, there's a wall up. Why? Because you're the enemy. Because this is what they've been conditioned to think, that you are the enemy, that you are somebody that they can't trust, okay? And that, my friends, is disrespect. Because when you come together, and especially in a marriage, you come together two as one under God, you should be respecting your partner first and foremost, even above your family, okay? You have put that person above your family, all right? But a lot of narcissists don't do that because they're manipulated themselves by other toxic narcissists within their family to be loyal more to their family than they are to their partners. So that's mad disrespect, and that will also create a wedge in the relationship or in the marriage because of their loyalty to these flying monkeys, all right? So the point I'm trying to make in all of this is whether you realized it or not, that narcissist disrespected you, okay? They also disrespected you by playing mind games with you. Because when they play mind games with you, they treat you like a fool. A narcissist, anybody who plays mind games automatically thinks you're the fool that's going to buy those mind games, right? So they think they're intellectually smarter than you. And that's where you have to stand up for yourself, spot the mind games, and then either call them out for it and expose them, which you have to be ready for any kind of retribution where they may try to come after you, or you just completely disengaged and don't deal with these kind of toxic behaviors and mind games, all right? It's called respecting yourself. But, you're nice to people that should be nice to you. You respect people who respect you back. But the minute that you see that respect is not reciprocated is the minute that all bets are off. Is the minute that you don't owe that narcissist or anybody else respect if they are disrespecting you in some sort of manner. So people think that they put a Band-Aid on it. They try to be nice to the narcissist. They try to warm the narcissist up. They try to bow down and kiss up to the narcissist in order to have that peace. But they're only hurting themselves because the nicer you are to a narcissist, the more the narcissist will step on you. Unfortunately, narcissists respect people who don't put up with their nonsense because they know that they can't play with them. So it's up to you to put up that boundary and let the narcissist know that, hey, you can't speak to me in that manner. Or if you continue to speak to me in that manner, you and I will not be talking at all. And this, my friends, is how you respect yourself, okay? And if the narcissist doesn't like it, oh well, okay? Then they will either deal with somebody else or they will learn to tone themselves down to deal with you because you will not be around them if they continue to put you down or talk to you in a demeaning type of way, all right? So the whole point of this podcast is to point out that it's not being nicer to the narcissist that makes the narcissist better. A lot of people try to change the narcissist. They feel, well, if they don't know what love is, I'll show them what love is, and maybe they can learn from me. No, that narcissist is not going to learn from you because they think that you're a sucker. They don't believe in love. They think that people that love are stupid because they're vulnerable and they're going to get hurt. That's why they have a wall up. Narcissism, you guys, is a survival tactic to protect their ego, to protect not being vulnerable and getting hurt. Narcissists are terrified of being hurt. So the point I'm trying to make is you being nice to the narcissist is not going to make the narcissist nicer. It's going to make the narcissist treat you worse, okay? Treat you worse. Now, this doesn't mean that you go yelling and screaming and bashing the narcissist, all right? Because they're not going to put up with that either. But you have to, you have to be very diplomatic about it, all right? You have to know your own boundaries and know what you will accept and what you won't accept. And when that narcissist oversteps themselves, then you put up that boundary and you say, not today, Satan. If you continue to talk to me like this, I will not be here. If you continue to gaslight me, I will not be here. I will not deal with you. Okay? I'm not going to deal with a liar. I'm not going to deal with a gaslighter. If you can't be transparent, which narcissists are not transparent. Now, understand this. You could talk yourself blue in the face in trying to convey how you feel to a narcissist, and it will go on deaf ears. They don't care about transparency. They don't care about resolving conflict. What they care about is their own agenda. Whatever their agenda is, whatever you offer to that narcissist of value, all right? So they will compromise themselves if they want to keep you in their life temporarily, but their behaviors will still repeat themselves in time. This is what people don't realize. The narcissist can be okay for a little while, but they'll always revert back to their old toxic ways because this is their character. This is their true person of who they are, and you're not going to change them. You are not going to change them. So don't think that just being nice to a narcissist is going to make them better, because it doesn't. It doesn't. All right. It shows that you're desperate, you're weak, and you're trying too hard. You're trying too hard. It's like if somebody doesn't want to be in your company, then you let them. You let them go off and do what they want. But that doesn't mean that you keep that person in your life. You have to say to yourself, well, you know what? If they're not calling me back, if they're not showing me respect by returning my texts in a timely manner or doing anything like that, they don't respect me. They don't value me. So why are you going to keep somebody in your life who doesn't value you? You don't, okay? You don't. You keep people around that see the value in you, that show you respect. But narcissists don't respect you. Narcissists want to talk down to you. And the more that you allow, the more you will be treated like garbage. So believe it or not, I've seen how narcissists are. And they can when they're dealing with somebody who's they can't play with, they will tiptoe around that person. All right? I've seen it. You would think that they would take them on, but they don't, because a lot of them are cowards, because they already know that they can't play with somebody like that. They already know. So the point in all of this is this, you guys. Look at how somebody treats you. How somebody treats you is how they really feel about you. And the more you allow somebody to treat you lousy, the more they will, all right? That's why you have to set up, you check them, and you may give them one pass, and you tell them, if you ever talk to me that way, or if you can't be transparent, then we can no longer continue here, all right? You let them know that you're not somebody to be played with. And if they continue, then you don't deal with them at all unless you want to be involved in the mess, okay? Unless you want to be involved in the mess. You've got to have those strong boundaries, or what's going to happen is they're going to talk to you any which way. They're going to do whatever. They're going to treat you like you're a fool, all right? You have to show the narcissist that you aren't a fool, okay? And if they walk out of your life, then so be it. What are you losing? If they can't respect you and respect your boundaries, what are you losing? Nothing, absolutely nothing. If you have to keep them in your life, then have minimal contact gray rock, because I understand that not everybody can make that cut, all right? Not everybody could just walk away from a narcissist. Sometimes you have to deal with narcissists in your life. It could be a family member. It could be a boss. It could be somebody in your life that you have to deal with. Then you just have minimal contact if you feel you need to keep them in your life. But don't think by being overly nice to the narcissist that they will like you more, because they will like you less. The narcissist will like you less the nicer you are to them. Understand that, all right? They will like you less. Unless, of course, it's a situation where you are flattering them for something out of the narcissist. And this happens all the time. People will flatter the narcissist in order to get something out of them, all right? Sometimes that works. But then those people have to realize that the narcissist is going to talk to them any which way and treat them any which way as well, all right? Because they're going to lose respect for the fact that you are flattering them to the point of almost begging them for their admiration. They're still going to look at you as weak. They may enjoy the flattery. They're still going to look at you as weak. And they're still going to feel that they could talk to you or treat you any which way, all right? So remember this. Don't ever think that, you giving the narcissist a million passes is going to make the relationship better. It will only make the relationship worse because you're going to look like a doormat. You're going to give away your power, and it's going to eat you up alive being treated like garbage by the narcissist, all right? So I rather walk away from somebody who's disrespecting me and still have my self-worth and my power and my respect than to keep somebody in my life that is making me feel lousy about myself because I allowed them to treat me less than what I deserve, all right? Self-respect is so important to your mental health because respecting yourself makes you a stronger person. But a lot of people are lonely. They don't want to let go of the narcissist, and they keep hanging on because they don't want to be alone. You have to learn to be alone in order to be strong, okay? You can't rely on the flesh or on human beings. You have to, fall on God. God gives you your strength. God is what grounds you, all right? Because human beings are flawed and they could leave you at any time. There's people that are married for 30 years and their partner could leave them. And you have to be able to be strong enough to be on your own no matter what life throws at you. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. So that's why you have to have your self-respect. And, being overly nice to the narcissist and you know that the narcissist is wrong is going to deteriorate your self-respect within yourself and make you feel lousy, all right? And that's not the way to go. And that's why a lot of people are in therapy. That's why a lot of people are taking antidepressants because they've been slaughtered by the narcissist in being devalued by the narcissist instead of putting up those boundaries and respecting themselves and saying, if you continue to treat me like this, I will no longer be here, okay? I will no longer deal with you. And that's when you have to, say, I have to respect myself. Not today, Satan. I have to walk away, all right? So I hope that helps you guys to understand that, the nicer you are doesn't necessarily mean the better the result. The better the result is the fact that you live according to what you will and will not tolerate, what your boundaries are. You don't live according to the narcissist. You live according to what makes you happy and what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate. And you have to know yourself, what you'll tolerate and what you won't tolerate. And when that narcissist oversteps themselves, you give them one check. If they break it again, then you have to, there has to be consequences to the boundary and you have to walk away from it. All right. So I hope that helps you. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, check out the link in the bio at askgaz.wixsite.com/thegameexposed and have a great day, you guys. Also, TikTok is The Game Exposed. Instagram is The Game EXP123. And with the coaching, if you're dealing with a narcissist, it's a relationship type of thing. This is what I do. I work on, narc abuse for victims who've gone through relationship problems and help them clarify it, whether they're dealing with a covert, overt, malignant, grandiose type of narcissist, how to deal with it, and try to give them clarity and advice. So check out the link in the bio at askgaz.wixsite.com/thegameexposed and have a great day.